Okay, maybe I'm gonna stay awake. Maybe I'm gonna try to remember lyrics. I think I'm gonna sing some songs. I'm gonna sing it quiet, even though I think my parents can't hear me. Because what I did last night is I took all my mom's. She's got all these boxes full of just tons and tons of these quilt shapes, these squares that she uses to make quilts, and the quilts that she makes, and she does this. Nobody else puts her up to this. She does this, makes quilts for children in homes, children that have lost parents, or parents that were abusive, or any that are orphaned, or their parents aren't able to take care of them. She's had so many really emotional things said to her by these children, such as, I've never had a parent who has given me a quilt. I've never been given anything by anybody like this. To have somebody give something to you, to love you enough to give something to you that's special, that they made, which is what my mom does. And every Christmas she does this. She gives these quilts out that she spent all year long making to children, to boys, to teenagers. I mean, like 16-year-olds that are in these special homes, who have lost their parents, or their parents were unable to take care of them, and to feel they feel happy and sad at the same time, because they realize that there's somebody in the world that they don't even know that would love them as much or more than their own bloodline. And that's what she does. But she has these boxes full of these. They're just like basically squares that she could put in her quilts. And the people that give her this stuff, they give her this stuff. She doesn't buy it. It's given to her because they realize what she's doing. But when I make a big old ruckus in my video game, and I start to laugh or something like that, or it wakes her up in the morning. She'll come in and she'll slap me, and she'll say, "Don't you know we're asleep? Can't you hear yourself yelling?" And so what I did is I took all of her boxes full of clothing snippets and stuff, and I stuffed them in the crevice that permits the sound to go to their room. And I'm trying to insulate what I do at night from them, from their sleeping, so they are permitted to sleep. Because it means that much to me to be able to do what I do in my life, but to protect them from what I do at night, so that they can sleep. I need to do something, and so I'm going to try to research how to insulate the door between me and them. But I need to be involved in their life too, and they know I have to be involved, because they're getting at an age where they can't take care of themselves, and that they need to have somebody be there to make up for it, and they don't trust anybody but their own children to be there. There are some people out there that would like to hire somebody to be in their residence, but don't trust anybody enough to do that. So that's why I'm here. I don't have a family of my own. All I have left is the family that I was born into. And there might be a potential for me to have a life after my parents have all died. But there'll be people all the time, all over the place. They'll say, all you need is a woman. All you need is this. All you need is love. All you need is... Truth of the matter is that people that experience true loneliness know that nothing will fix that. I have a cousin who has been, his wife hit some sort of psychological barrier where she went from being the most loving person in his life to becoming, it was like a bipolar effect, made him into being the devil. And she demonified him over everything, and then got her own children to believe that he was the most evil person. And as a result, he's become alone, and they all, I mean, he would go to their, expecting to be okay. He would go to their graduation, and they would flip him the bird. And that was because his wife had such the capacity to convince them that he was evil. And I know this guy, I know my cousin, and I know that the guy's not evil. He's the most gentle person in the world. He'd been through Vietnam. He didn't want to go to Vietnam. He was drafted into Vietnam. And maybe there's something there I don't understand, but I'm pretty sure he's a pretty good guy from my position. And I don't understand what happened there. And there's a time when I felt that I could have supported him some when I was in college, and he was down and out in Albuquerque where I was. And so I regret that, not being with him more in that time. So, but you always think that you understand people, and you won't understand them until you're dead. Maybe the Lord will give you the capacity to come back and look at the people around you, and then realize that the things you thought were there were not there, and the things that you could have had you didn't realize were there. That you got through it, and you got through it in the best possible way. But the way you thought about it is that everything was screwed up all the way through. You just don't realize all the obstacles you got around, that if you knew that they were there, you'd freak out. How close you came to being in trouble. So the thing that's really funny about me saying shit like this is that I don't know if this is me saying it. But I was saying that the boxes, I put the boxes in the door so that I could probably sing at night. Because one of the things I like to do is sing, but I can't sing. I can sing during the daytime, but I'd rather do other things. But whenever it's night, and it's nice and silent, it's like a great time to sing. But you can't sing, even in apartment complexes. If you start singing, your neighbors upstairs will yell and tell you to shut up. If you're on top of them, they'll take a broomstick, the end of the broomstick, and they'll slap it to the ceiling to let you know that you need to shut up, because the sound is carrying on into their cavity. I've had that experience. So I'm going to sing some songs that I know by heart. Maybe a funny one like that. I don't know. Let me see. No, I'm gonna sing some Nightfly. Donald Fagen. Standing tough under the stars and stripes, we can tell this dream's inside. You got to admit it. This point in time is clear. The future looks bright. You're at home. Gonna train the graphite and glitter on the sea by rail. 90 minutes from New York to Paris. Well, that in 76 will be okay. What a beautiful world this will be. What a glorious time to be free. What a beautiful world this will be. Ooh, what a glorious time to be free. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da. And this is Donald Fagen. He's the lead singer of Steely Dan. Dun, 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 dun. People would call him Steely Dan, but that's not his name. Dun, 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 dun. Get your ticket to that wheel and stay space while there's time. The fix is in. You'll be a witness to that game of chance in the sky. You know we've got to win. Here at home, we'll play in the cities. Powered by the sun. The streamlined world for a perfect. It says powered by the sun. The streamlined world. There'll be spandex jackets. Let's see. Yeah, this guy's starting. He's shooting his gun. I would like to just go someplace else where there's like these guys aren't. You know, they're not going to hang out with you out here. This game is half game and half meditative virtual space. What they need to do is they need to give you the capacity to play this game in virtual in a VR headset. I think that would really be a step up from what it is now. But even in VR, you come to the realization that you can't even remember what was so special about being in VR until you're in VR again, and then you go, oh, that's so special. And then you can't remember what was so special about being in VR. Because I think the thing is that even though you turn your head around and you see things, you don't see things out of the corner of your eye because there isn't a wide enough view in VR to give you that much visual information. You really just see, you know, about 30% of your view is filled with the imagery of your headset, but the rest is, it's like you're looking through binoculars, I guess. Not really. It's like you're looking through a periscope. That's like you're in a submarine. You know? And I'm not going to call. I'm not going to see. I'm actually not going to sing anything because, for the one thing, is my throat is kind of dry. Maybe tomorrow, and plus I don't want to wake my parents, so I'm going to cut that clip there.